No, you're good. You're good. Nah, it should be good. No problem. Oh, fuck. Solo cast for a bit while I wait for my co-commentator. So, looking at the card draw, StarBfly banned Pluto the First, respectable. ItalianFalchion banned back CSP, also respectable. And we have Idola DSP, that's a fun one. And Draw the Savage ESP, very nice swing chart. Yeah. So I think, so the range now is 12, so the range in pool 5 is 12 to 15. Yeah, so now we're getting some spicier song card draws. It was originally supposed to be Yama, but Yama and Ando traded. It should be Andrew. It should be Ando. Alright, so looks like they passed over Typhon. Yeah, that's reasonable. Kind of sucks. In Skywalking, Skywalking is a super jack heavy chart, so I understand why no one. It's also pretty tiring for a 15, so that's why no one wants to no one really wants to pick it. The fourth song in there, Netsujo no Zapado. That's a fun one. Nice swingy Spanish beat with some crossovers and some rhythms. Alright, so let's go down the roster of who's in this pool. So right now we have ItalianFalchion and StarBfly, who made it out of the previous one, pool 4. And we got, let me pull that up. So we have ItalianFalchion. Alright, so we have ItalianFalchion, eedeeq, Fastboy, Freddie, anUrsaring, and Antonio and then we have Tung and again Tung and StarBfly from pool 4 making up to pool 5. So let's go over. So ItalianFalchion, she's from Holyoke, Massachusetts. She's an after image de autumn enjoyer, cultured dancer. So for her history with DDR, used to play back in like the Boomer PS2 days, and yeah. So she used to play back with the PS2 versions back in the day. In 2020, like everyone, she got back into it, and then afterwards, she started to become a Holyoke regular. So a lot of the Massachusetts, so she's part of the Massachusetts community. And this matchup is exciting also because both of them are each other's rivals. So this should be, both of them know each other, both of each other know each other very well. So it should be a fun match. get into it. First off, Idola DSP. So this chart is mostly a lot of eighth note screen, but there are some kind of tricky gallopy patterns, a few green note swingy patterns that make it not quite an easy, like straightforward MA chart like Toy Boxer that we just saw before. This is not Idola. Huh. Alright, so now I'm joined by Tizza.
Hello. This is a warm-up song.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just chilling.
Alright, that makes sense. Oh, tiring day.
Yeah, I walked like a block and a half to get food.
You're so brave.
The hardest block and a half I've ever walked.
I'm not like a person who likes delivery service. They're like Uber Eats and delivery services that much, but like you gotta. I'm not walking that far.
Yeah. It is pretty impressive outside. But speaking of impressive, StarBfly's egoism pocket pick earlier in her pool.
Yeah, all I saw from my friends like, wow, that pocket pick was kind of messed up.
Yeah. We were talking in one of the break rooms. Part of the fun of like the lower pools is that when you have pocket picks that are 10 or 11s, you can pick all of the lower level songs of like the boss songs. So like egoism or.
I still remember a Boba Cup. Someone picked Rapunki D.
Yeah.
That's messed up, man. I saw Super K pick Trim DSP earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get into some violence.
Yeah, there's really some nasty stuff in there. Yeah. I'm jealous because in higher pools you can't have like knowledge checks like that are also extremely tiring. So it's like, here's my knowledge check. It's
Neutrino CSP.
Yeah, right.
I'm still going to be on the floor after this.
Yeah. I would love to pick ego as a basic on something. Are you kidding me?
Nice little warm-up.
Draw the Savage. I like Draw the Savage.
Draw Savage is super fun.
It's a banger. It's super hard. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's very tricky for me to time. And I like swing songs.
Yeah.
So.
I agree with you. I think it's easier to like mess up or like audibly like misconceive the beat, and so you're just like a tiny bit early or a tiny bit late.
Yeah. It's a lot less like just straightforward swing. Like if you think about fashion, for example, fashion's very just like
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing. Draw the Savage, you are all over the.
Alright, so we're done with the warm-up, so I think we should be starting the match soon.
Idola difficult. I actually don't know anything about Idola's difficult chart.
I vaguely remember things about it. I tried to PFC it, I did not succeed. I think it's mostly like a lot of like standard like 8th runs at 200, except there's some tricky gallops and there's definitely a green 12th note part. So it's not quite as like, it's not like Toy Boxer where it's just, yep, you're streaming ace for the whole time, and there are some tricky parts interspersed in it. ItalianFalchion drops to a Grateful combo, StarBfly holds are perfect, but it still looks like Falchion's barely squeaking out on EX.
Yeah, maybe by like 2.
Now we can see, oh, by 1, man. Close.
That was a tricky little step jump there.
Oh. So Kenley part.
They are crazily matched.
Yeah. We'll have to see the MA from both these players. Now we have the quiet part, the break, and then we're going to see some green notes show up.
Just a little bit.
Oh, I thought this part had green notes at the DSP. Oh man.
Might be here. Nope.
Wow, I did not remember. Boy.
Alright, no green notes for you. And no lead for StarBfly as Falchion continues to pull ahead.
These EX margins are so close. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go. You are vindicated. There are the green notes.
I managed to remember something. Let's go.
There are green notes.
Looking
Closed
about
up a little bit again. It's only like 6 EX.
CX6. Let's see how both players do on this 8th run. Oh, ItalianFalchion pretty much just MACs that whole part. She takes it by about 10. Very nice.
That is certainly difficult shot.
Nice EX for both of them. 33 perfects and 2 greats for Falchion. Very nice.
On marvelous counts, you'll love to see it. Draw the Savage, expert 14.
Oh, Draw Savage, so fun.
It's going to be interesting because this song got a little bit of everything. It's got some crossovers, it's got some, it's got the gallop and the triplet rhythms. It's got a couple of like slightly weird jumps, if I remember correctly. So it's a good test of your technique.
Yeah, not too physically intensive. So it's really mostly just testing like your technique, crossover abilities, your ability to maintain a swing pattern.
That one double tap.
just a little chef's kiss and double tap in there.
Here we go. StarBfly looking to salvage a tie. ItalianFalchion hoping to close this out 2-0. The bass of the song slaps.
Both players drop to, StarBfly drops to a good full combo even. ItalianFalchion holding a great full combo, but StarBfly still taking an EX lead.
Here we go. Both players double stepping through the crossovers. Very clean. Star by 9.
In Draw the Savage, especially with like the weird rhythm, I guess depending on the player, I feel like just crossing it over, just to be able to like focus on alternating your beat through the rhythm might be better, but both players choosing to double step here.
Yeah, it comes down to player preference. With swung rhythms like this, you have more time to double step a crossover because you have a little bit of a bigger gap on the way in. So if you are inclined to double step, you have a slightly bigger window, but like you said, if you are struggling to keep up with these rhythms, DDR doesn't have a lot of triplet swing in it.
Oh, EX looks almost tied here. StarBfly edges out on that last swing drill.
Gallop sections here are going to be a big determinant.
Oh. Miss sunk StarBfly's EX now, and ItalianFalchion takes the lead. Let's see if ItalianFalchion can close out this lead.
Those big gallop runs are just super tricky. You have to be really light on your feet.
ItalianFalchion takes it.
Really well done by both players. ItalianFalchion, solid as a rock in that ending. It takes home the 2-0.
Two zeros are really nice to be able to pick up in the Swiss format because that's like way more points than just getting a 1-1 tie.
Yep. And every extra point is one step closer to advancing out of your pool. That's what all these players are aiming for. All right, while we wait for the next card,
That's it. We'll see you next time on the dance floor.
Cards are being drawn for the next match.
All right, looks like Fastboy, and I'm not sure who his opponent is. Oh, Fastboy and UrsaRing.
Nice. All right. Fastboy also repping the last card stack, just like StarBfly. So I don't know too much about UrsaRing, do you?
Unfortunately, I do not, because he did not fill out his questionnaire.
This is what happens. You gotta fill out your questionnaire.
Public service announcement. Please fill out the questionnaire if the TOs ask it.
How many unfamiliar faces are in all of these tournaments?
Yeah.
It's definitely easy to get Konami doomerism. I know I have that a lot. But it's really cool seeing lots of that weren't coming to tournaments a year ago are coming and ripping.
Yeah, if you look at if you compare what the upper seeds for this tournament are and for the one for Fresno Frenzy back in the day, there's not a lot of overlap and the players are still very good.
Yep.
Paranoia 30 max first off. Okay, so anUrsaring protected Paranoia max 30 mix. Fastboy Sterling Silver Yuichi over ground mix.
That's gonna be sad. Fastboy looking for a knowledge check there because Sterling Silver has those two trading stops. Paranoia max.
It's probably
one of the
Jax.
OGs. Yeah.
Good guess if it's a Paranoia.
Paranoia max coming out in second mix alongside the clean mix. Oh yeah, this is the chart with a lot of jacks in it. I remember this one. This one is very tricky. Emblematic of the early Paranoias. Lots of tough crossovers, kind of broken up turn patterns, long jack runs.
Fastboy is able to maintain his PSC through it and is able to also take a 10 EX lead over UrsaRing. Aw, commentator's curse.
Mark that one down on your bingo cards, ladies and gentlemen.
And
another feature of this chart, lots of kind of ambiguous, non-flowy kinds of things. Jumps push in one direction.
extremely second mix moment.
Yeah, very second mixing. I'm just random, is that supposed to be a crossover? Or am I just in the wrong place? It is a mystery.
Who knows?
Big long 8-minute run to close this one. Bunch of 270s in it, because why not?
Now we finish off with some classic Paranoia jacks. UrsaRing trying to barely edge out the 10 EX difference. Well, ultimately, Fastboy takes a set at a 25 EX differential. Wow, 34. Not bad, not bad.
UrsaRing keeps the GFC. More EX. I should have put that on the bingo card. Player wins with a lower money score.
Oh yeah, money score scam.
But that would happen to everybody all the time. That should be the free space.
Yeah.
But I put a good ass DDR in the free space.
That's base.
Because let's be honest, we got nothing but good ass DDR here today and yesterday. And
All right. Sterling Silver Yuichi over ground mix. From what I remember, it's mostly straightforward 185 eighth note stream with some small 16 burst and then the stops.
Yeah, this is one of those songs that I think I got a PFC on and that I just never played. So I was like, all right, cool.
It's a fun enough chart, but it's not something that makes you really want to go back to it.
Yeah.
Second stage. Here comes the beat.
Whoa, those are some drills.
It occupies a similar space to my brain.
Very early A14s.
Yeah. It does have the stops, and it also has a little triplet section in it.
EX looks very close between anUrsaring and fastboy, about 5 EX. There's a stop.
Struggles on the way out of that stop. It is now Ursaring Song to Lose. Although only 90X.
Here's the second one. Ursaring drops combo there.
Both players had a little bit of trouble with those triplets into the stop. Really nasty having those kind of tricky rhythms to look at get broken up. Ursaring has a little trouble with the drills too. Fastboy's running away. Makes sense. He's fast.
Drill. Fastboy perfect stat.
Fastboy very comfortable on this ending section.
Nice syncopation. Fastboy takes it with 100. Very commanding lead there. And a good 2-0 for him.
Covenant shot for Fastboy coming out of the match. No drop.
So that should be it for the first round for this pool. Let's double check the standings really quick. All right. So on top of the leaderboards, we have ItalianFalchion, Fastboy, who we just saw on this stream, both at 1-0. Tung, still making a very nice run, 1-0 his match. So eedeeq and Antonio are both tied at 0-1, and then we have Freddie and StarBfly at 0-1 both. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how deep of a run Tung can make, because I was very impressed by his MA in Pool 4.
Yeah, Tung has very strong MA, and I don't know too much of him as a player, but I've seen his scores around before, and just lots of control in low-level songs. It'll come down a lot to the card draw, I think, with him.
Yeah,
Like, if he can get some lower stuff that he can just lock in on, then he's got a good shape of pulling himself back up.
Yeah, Tung is kind of a hard player in some ways to get a read for, because he's kind of encrypted, also did not fill out the questionnaire. And so a lot of what I know about him is just kind of like from hearsay from other SoCal players.
Yeah, I've seen him around a few times in LA. Sometimes head up Westchester, sometimes I'll see him in Burbank. But yeah, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Just like, it feels like a lot of people play DDR now. Like, it's really cool. I know I personally was extremely worried coming out of COVID because the scene had so much momentum. We had a lot of tournaments, we had a lot of interest, things were all growing and looking really strong, and then COVID happened. That sucks. Everything stopped, and I was really worried that we wouldn't be able to rally afterwards. It's been really cool coming to this tournament, seeing so many new faces, seeing so many people that have come back with really big gains from getting back into the arcade or their own setups, or friend setups, what have you. Feels good. It's cool to not know people. As a boomer who's been around for a long time, seen a lot of people, played with a lot of people, it's exciting to have that sense of new blood and freshness.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so I was also technically I was someone who started before the pandemic, but a lot of the people I'm friends with were people who started around that time, and it's just a lot really cool to see how a lot of people decided to pick it up.
Hello. Not too far over. Someone move these chairs. I apologize. Here I am, in the middle of the frame. So we're coming back. We have Fastboy and the ItalianFalchion playing their match. We're waiting on the card draw to come up on the screen for you. But they're already sign or a bad sign? Open question. Whatever it is, they think it's hilarious. All right, we got slime coming back.
I returned.
They know they can't leave me unsupervised for too long. That makes me mad.
I don't know if I'm that good of. I don't know if I can really supervise, but I can be a body. I'm very good at that.
Accountability buddy. Someone that can make a face when someone says something crazy. Just feel like,
I'm gonna make you faces.
alrighty.
All right, so we have Fastboy and ItalianFalchion, and I think we're starting with Tohoku DSP.
Alright, Tohoku difficult.
This is Fastboy's pocket pick. As you-
100%.
You might be able to tell from the PB. All right.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
This song is a handful, very high BPM, lots of stops, lots of little rocket whooshes.
Lots of gallops.
Yep.
The whole kitchen sink.
So big time knowledge check for ItalianFalchion. Let's see if she holds up.
And EX looks close out of the intro.
Yeah, both very clean on those gallops.
Fastboy keeps onto his combo. Italian drops a miss. That gives Fastboy a small advantage.
Man, I get tired just listening to this song. I just start thinking about Expert Challenge and it's like, oh.
I try not to think about Tohoku CSP as much as possible. Here's a nice little reprieve, and then we're going to go into the turbo fast drill. Falchion has a bit of a lead. Let's see how this drill goes.
6. Yeah.
Both of them are able to get through it, but that helps Fastboy equalize EX a little bit.
Fastboy's locked it back in on these gallops.
Oh man, let's see if the ending bracket is going to decide it. No, Fastboy's going
Not
to.
even
Fastboy
close, but
takes
we'll
it.
see what happens.
Oh, marvelous!
Marvelous.
Ooh.
That never happens.
That's a good
That
bracket.
doesn't even happen at like upbeat. Like we saw a lot of Tohoku and upbeat, and like some of the best players in the world getting greats and stuff on that last note. It's hard. So shout out to Fastboy for nailing that one.
Fastboy's Falcon pick coming in clutch. Let's see what the next song is. Wasn't able to catch it earlier.
The win in round 2 is super important because if you win your 1-0 round 2 match, you are in very, very good shape.
Aladori!
Oh,
Oh man.
Here we go.
I'm guessing this is Falchion's pocket pick from what I know of both these players. Oh boy.
Aladori, the gradual speed up from, what does it start? Oh yeah, it starts at 120 and inches its way up one stop at a time. And then whooshes away. In the
One
end.
painful stop at a time.
With varying levels of cues during the stop of what's about to happen. Sometimes they give you a couple bells.
Yeah.
Sometimes they give you one bell, which doesn't really help.
The bells make me feel like I'm fighting in the boxing ring. Like ding ding ding, rounds next
Yeah.
round.
A very festive Japanese boxing ring.
Very painful festive Japanese boxing ring. So I feel like gallops are the theme of this set.
Sure is. So hard to time this song, apart from, all the obvious things. Just like this song is very busy in terms of just noise. It doesn't have the same kind of like crisp, clean production as a purely electronic song would. So that just adds another layer to the complexity of this mess of a 14. Very often players last 14s for whatever their goal is. Gold lamp, clear lamp,
Falchion has a 14x lead. That's a nice thing about Awadorius for a commentator's perspective. There's very clear stops that you can do a little check-in how everyone's doing. Whoa, good streams for both of them. Still 14 lead for Falchion.
Down to 120. Just kidding. These repeating steps, and then the tempo speeds up in the middle of this.
And then you have this, ooh, very rough drill. And one final run. Falchion has a pretty commanding lead over fastboy now, but the ending run can decide the match right here.
Just the alternating between the repeated step gallops and the alternating step gallops is just really tricky. Plus the tempo changes, like that song is just so hard.
Falchion takes it by a 45 EX, about a 45 EX lead. 1-1 for this set. Both of them winning on their respective pocket picks.
So now their fates are in the hands of the other stream. So they are very happy if the other stream ties, because then they end up going to tiebreaker scores.
We can do another little bracket
But
update.
if, hi Watson. But both of them will be in a tougher spot if one of the people on the other side takes the win, because then they end up in a big old pile of similar points. Freddie walking up now.
Yeah, Freddie and Antonio in.
Freddie is a Life 4 regular, so if you hang around Life 4, you definitely know him. Super nice dude.
Yeah, so Freddie's an Arizona player, and Antonio Ann is from Eugene, Oregon, and which is interesting, mainly because like in the Pacific Northwest, you usually think of like Seattle really as the main like hub for DDR, and so it's kind of nice to see other players from the other like other areas of the Pacific Northwest, like the Eugene, Oregon, or Vancouver, Washington.
Yep. Pretty tight-knit community up in the Northwest as well. A lot of very friendly folks. A lot of very good players too.
Yeah, Seattle players are scary, man.
Feels like every region is scary now. Like, we need to get some like regional competition thing going, because like that'd be fun. Because it used to, at least back in my day, like there was a very clear like there's this pile like 3 or 4 extremely good Midwest players, and then like everybody else was SoCal. Biased SoCal. But you know, that's kind of what it felt like in the ITG official days. And now it's just like players are everywhere. It's great.
Yeah. Let's see what we're playing today. Sparkle Smiling, this one's fun. So, yeah, very relentless kind of song. Just it keeps on going. It will never stop.
A little late. We're working on getting the card up.
Okay.
We have a brand new card draw. Well, not quite system, but set of features that we're trying to use for this. Mixed results.
In the meantime, I can. Okay. In the meantime, so Freddie pocketed, or not pocketed. Freddie picked Sparkle Smiling. So this plays to his strengths because it is kind of stamina intensive. It's a lot of runs at 180. That's 12th drill to the piano. It's a little rude. And we're off to the races.
This was 820 plus unlock, I believe.
Yeah, it was one of the eedeeq events. I do not remember exactly what it was because a lot of those events all occupy the same like time hole in my mind. I can't. It's not the one where we played rock paper scissors. I think.
Yeah, it's like kind of similar, generic. Here's a random mini game. All right, here's some songs.
had the lead earlier. Now Antonio Ann is closing in on it.
Yeah, really close right here.
Oh, Freddie still has it by about 10. Another 12th run.
This is also the kind of chart that has the kind of flow to it that if you get caught double stepping in the wrong spot, you get punished either by the triplet runs or the little 16th bursts that come in. So it's a little bit of a sneaky knowledge check this song.
Looks like Antonio Ann was able to grab the lead, holding about 20. But just how many notes there are, like the lead can change at the very end as well.
Yeah, this is something that could come right down to the wire, although it's been steady for now.
Antonio Ann takes it.
16-64 to 16-29. Green lamp and a blue lamp.
Oh, I didn't get to see if it was another money score scam.
It was not. Money score didn't lie this time.
This time.
Surprisingly.
Can't trust money. What can you trust nowadays? Blake. Interesting. So this is Antonio Ann's pick.
One of those new 200 BPM 14s, similar to Onyx.
The main thing I remember about Blake is like you can get away with double stepping it until the very end, where you extremely cannot double step it. That is all I remember. I might be incorrect on that one. Who knows? We're about to see.
Show me what you got.
Both players starting off with perfect full combos, slightly for Antonio Ann.
Right, the song's pretty long too. A lot of the recent unlocked songs, I say recent, this is a 20 plus. Recent for America, hey.
Man.
Over 2 minutes, and like a lot of those 8th note step jumps, little 16th bursts, you never really get time to rest on this song.
Antonio grows the lead to about 30 EX. And he also maintains his perfect full combo too. Very nice. Aw, man.
Look at what you did!
I'm sorry, Antonio Ann.
And just consistent crossovers in this song. This song will really put you to work, whether you are double stepping it or not. These are not easy turns to double step as well. You end up just repeating double steps for 6, 8, 10 steros in a row.
Yeah, even if it's 8th notes at 200, it's no joke.
Yeah. Definitely past the point where you could fall asleep. You've got 10 more 8th notes ready to sweep some praise. Still holding steady, looks like about a 20 EX lead for Antonio Ann.
Yeah, here's where you have to cross over, or else you can't hit the bursts. Rough. Yeah, just tighten a little bit, and then Antonio still takes it by 7 though. Whoa.
Freddie came close to sneaking that one away. Another lying money score of the match. With the 2-0 for Antonio Ann.
Very, very nice.
Alright, another wave of... Or no, card draw happened, so now we're just waiting for the next match to pop up.
So let's see if all the pools are updated. Yeah, then we can give you a quick update on the standings. Just waiting for a little more.
Total sidebar, the jacket art for Blake is super weird. Like, what is up with her mouth? Look at it.
He's kind of doing a pog face.
Yeah, it's kind of like an anime pog face.
Maybe
Because like you don't really like anime characters don't really have lips a lot of the time. The mouth just opens.
Looks like she's about to eat eat a big orange, except without peeling, just swallowing it whole like
Just
Kirby.
like, aw, plum. Rhythm game jacket art. Weird.
That's why we love it.
Love's a word for it. But, you know, what can you do?
Oh, something's going on the other side.
It is really fun having the two setups like this because the machines are, so you can't tell from at home, but the stream machines are kind of like this, and there's soundproofing between the two machines, so it covers a lot of the blaring stuff. But when something hype happens, you can hear the crowd, or you can hear what song's playing and stuff like that. It is kind of a fun setup. It gives you a big feeling of like the scope of this event with the number of people here. Super fortunate to have a place like Red Note to hold this. I'm sure I'm the 18th person to say this on the stream today. But
It's been a great venue so far. Very fun.
Yeah, this place is really, really cool.
Okay, so I can give a small standings update for at least the top of the poll. So there's a three-way tie for first in ItalianFalchion, Fastboy, and Tung. So all of them are at 1 win, 1 tie. Right below is eedeeq, who has 2 ties. And then we're waiting for the rest. I guess we're waiting for the rest of the bracket. Oh, to update. But those are the people who are poised to take the next spot up to the next pool.
So definitely going to be one out of those three. Or, actually, it could be. I'm trying to think of the scenarios really quick. Definitely one of the, I think.
Oh, sorry. So now it's 4 people at 1 win, 1 tie. ItalianFalchion, Fastboy, Antonio, and Tung. So
Alright, well,
it's
that
going to be
makes it
really
easier.
interesting.
Yeah, so that just means the 2 people that win out of the 1 and 1 and 0 pile will move up. Everybody else will stay put. Just wait around. I think the next pool is when the difficulty steps up a tick.
I think it was. I forgot. I think it was this one where it went from 11 to 14. So now it's like 12 to 15, but I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure this range is 12 to 15.
Well, if people were pocket picking 14, then
Yeah.
it has to go to 15.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So out of the matches that you've watched today, who would you say was the most impressive to you so far?
I really enjoyed Genuine in Tung's match. Yeah, so that one Genuine picked oversold DSP off the card draw. Tung used his pocket on Toy Boxer DSP. So and that one was super fun because the MA was going back and the X was going back and forth barely, and then Genuine barely scraped out a 1EX win. And both of them had like 22, 23 PFCs. Yeah, that was crazy.
I feel a lot for Calzone, who lost one match by 1EX, and then a second match by 1EX, and then the third match by like 5EX.
No,
It was just
my
like,
man.
oh my goodness. The funny part was his friends were roasting him. I guess they went out last night and he did not have a good time in the slots in Vegas.
They told me, like, someone asked a question like, all right, so tell me about some of the weaknesses of Calzone, and like one of them's like, yeah, the slots. Oh man.
Part of the fun of having a lot of opportunities for people to commentate is you get the like super trolly friend commentating situations.
Yeah.
Where you're just like roasting your friends on stream.
I remember at the Boba Cup, Yama pawned off his commentator slot to the various people in the audience, and by various people in the audience, I just mean notorious Sunny trollers, Roscoe and Ty.
Yep.
Guest commentators, very, very fun.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that. I don't know who's assigned to Ty's pool, but I'm sure there's gonna be some fans.
The problem is Ty is too good, so he's in like the finals pool, and then people kind of take him more seriously then.
Yeah, that's true. It's okay, it'll be my job. I'll throw in a time roast.
All right, so it looks like Antonio and an ItalianFalchion.
All right. there's a tie, it becomes a whole mess.
Yeah.
Then it will come down to Swiss points.
Yeah, so the way the tiebreaker setup is, so first is the first tiebreaker, or the first metric is the, I'm blanking on the name, the Swiss points, and then second is your win rate, your win percentage. Your third is your head-to-head if you have a head-to-head over someone, and the fourth one's an interesting metric, and it kind of measures like your quality of wins. So it checks like what wins you got and where the other people that you won over placed. And that actually was the tiebreaker for Pool 2 for DDR Croissant. So nice robust system. Kind of prevents us having to do tiebreakers and having to continue running over time.
Yeah, that's the big thing. As a TO, like, time management is so hard.
Yeah.
There's always something, or someone, or so, like something that puts over.
Yeah, something's gonna, whatever will go wrong, will go wrong.
There's a reason it's a running joke that every stream is 2 hours late, because they are. Players on the pads are asking if we are ready. Commentators are ready.
Commentators ready. Oh, don't lock this.
Stream's ready, but we are playing Grand Chariot first.
That one's fun.
Expert.
This one's really fun. It's tiring for a 13.
Yeah, a lot of arrows. Wampa, you good to go? They are troubleshooting some more graphical stuff. As is tradition. But it looks like we are ready to head in, so we will be cutting over. Don't look now.
Alright. So so this is Antonio Ann's pick. So he has it not his pocket.
He's nice and fresh on those kind of higher BPM turny 8 notes.
But ItalianFalchion very close behind an EX. Antonio Ann dropping PFC to a grade.
This song is also a pretty consistent stream. Some variety, definitely not a boring chart, but if you are locked in, you are probably locked in outside of, you have these gallop sections, but
Those gallops are so rude. And then, but once you're past that, it's a lot of 8-note stream from here.
I think, personally, I believe that yellow jumps should be banned. It just shouldn't be allowed. Nothing good ever comes from it.
All right. Nice little lead for Antonio.
By 19. A little shaky on the early syncopation, but cleaned it up afterwards. Antonio Ann holding the lead.
Here we go. Final run. Yeah, so lots of syncopation mixed into this stream. Antonio Ann still leading by about 20. Set to take this song. Very solid. Good triple A's from both competitors. Antonio Ann able to squeeze out more marvelouses. All right, so let's see what's gonna be played for the second song. Oh boy! Oh man! I don't know. So I unfortunately cannot see what exactly happened during the card draw. So I'm not sure how Heaven is the 57 metallic ray got in here, but we're playing it.
I totally jinxed it. I said earlier that there aren't a lot of triplets in DDR, and you see him draw the 7, Heaven is at 57. Even Idola with like a little bit of green sprinkled in there.
These guys remind me of the Monopoly Money Man.
Yeah, kind of.
That's the only thing I can think of when I see them.
With like a little stringy stash instead of like a big curly one.
A little wider, but sure if it was a pocket per se, but this was ItalianFalchion's pick. And this definitely is in her wheelhouse.
The worst part about this song is it came out at an extreme, and that was back when DDR didn't know what to do with triplets, so the entire song was like horrible. Still tricky though, but now it's at least triplets correctly.
ItalianFalchion holding on to her PFC. Oh boy, here comes the gimmicks part of the. Whoa!
I can tell you right now, I cannot do that.
I would have whiffed it one way or the other.
I cannot PFC that slowdown, let alone MFC it, even though it's 4 arrows. This looks pretty locked up if everything holds.
This slowdown is very tricky. Tandywan drops a combo there. ItalianFalchion loses the PFC, but she'll still take it.
So the 1-1.
Another 1-1.
Signs of a very evenly matched pool. 33 perfects. That's really clean.
That's extremely good. Holy
That is
moly.
very clean.
Yeah, being able to also hold a PFC all the way up until like the very ending gimmick, that's incredible.
It's crazy that there are people in Pool 5 that do things that I have never done. Like, it's crazy. It's really cool.
That's what pocket picks are fun for that way, because it lets individual players like kind of show off like a very specific part of their game that like you don't necessarily get to see in in standard card draw double elimination.
Yeah, this setup feels like a pretty happy medium. You know, it still is a card draw, but there are more songs, and there are pocket picks, but you get a pocket pick every group. So, you know, once every 3 matches, you have the opportunity to flex something.
Swiss is fun because it kind of automatically seeds you against people like in your skill level already in your pool. Lots of fun parts about this. Tournament.
There we go.
Gets a little confused sometimes.
Yeah, webcam autofocuses are not the best, exactly. Alright, well, I believe, do we have one more match on this machine?
Yeah, we should have one more match. It looks like StarBfly and...
I can't see behind the monitor. I just see a black shirt.
I think that's eedeeq. Not quite sure. I think it's eedeeq, but we'll see once the display changes.
It's a mystery. We'll find out and relay the info as soon as we got it. Players getting locked in now. I think game audio still comes through on the commentator view. I'm pretty sure. So you all know that they're logging in. Here we go. Hypothetically. No card drop. ECR competitors now. I don't know who that is.
I think it's eedeeq. The game's taking a while to load it. We'll see what's...
Oh, Lord. Alright, well, they just locked in Paranoia Hades.
Man.
Which I assume will be difficult.
Man.
The difficulty level of difficult. Also, the quality of being difficult. Yep.
I shuffle this.
Yeah, DSP 15.
I shuffle it, and I don't think twice about it.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, this is eedeeq.
Yeah. Just
Neither player chooses to shuffle. They're so brave. I respect that.
Shuffle is a little bit of an acquired taste. It's very scary at first. Depending on how you feel about reading quickly and doing wonky crossovers and double steps, a lot of times it can backfire. And especially in a tournament, you may not want to risk getting a bad shuffle and then being at the mercy of RNG. But eedeeq doing pretty well. Still working
Yeah, this song is uncomfortable. So if you're not practiced on it, it will definitely wax you.
Yeah, this song is just nasty. There's so much movement. Obviously, the step jumps, the slowdown, more triplets.
Ugh.
I jinx the heck out of triplets, which is good. I love triplets.
Note enjoyers in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
StarBfly walks off.
walks off, eating finish.
Which, like, good strat on her part. He's finishing it. He's burning the energy. She's not.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he doesn't just like walk off also at this point, but I'm not 100% sure what the rules are.
We don't have any specific walk-off rules. So
Okay.
if your EX score is higher, your EX score is
Yeah.
higher.
I agree. So true.
Pat Mike picking that up, StarBfly. Congratulating
So
on
true.
putting on the score, and then confirming that the song is evil.
Good. Yeah, solid double A on Paranoid Hades for eedeeq.
950.
Yep.
That song is extremely uncomfortable on every difficulty.
Yeah. Not fun. Not enjoyable experience.
Probably good if like your back's kind of tight, you need an adjustment. Probably like get a couple of good pops in on some
Skip
of
the
those
chiropractor.
crossovers.
They're unlicensed anyways.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is Tiger Rampage selected? But it doesn't matter.
I'm a Tiger Rampage lover as the next person, but
Tiger Rampage is fun.
fun.
It's a great song.
Yeah, this was okay. So this is StarBfly's pocket pick.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Film difficult. If
Film-
you are, the better you are at Film Expert and Challenge,
The worse you are at
Film
DSP.
difficult.
It's so rude.
I was actually talking with Chris about this in the break room earlier today, and it definitely feels like they just kind of like, well, not super difficult, but it's just like they removed some steps from the harder chart, and there you go.
Oh man.
eedeeq off to the races early, quick early start, but a
Yeah.
lot of songs left, a lot of stops left.
Lots of gimmicks to get through.
Starting now.
Wow, these gimmicks feel so weird for being like more familiar with the CSP and the ESP.
It's like they just kind of removed, you know, like every fifth note from the from the expert chart. Star did a really nice job in the gimmick section. Still has about a 20 EX deficit to climb.
Yeah. Fortunately for her, there are a lot more gimmick sections to go. So eedeeq trying to maintain his EX lead in all these like more straightforward, like constant BPM sections. Yeah, he rebuilt his up now to like 25. Yeah.
Very comfortable in kind of the foot switch-ish, pivoty step jumps and slowdowns.
Yeah, I think now we're into the ending runs. eedeeq's about a 30 XP. That's it. Good full combos for the both of them, and then eedeeq takes it.
Perfect sense of change for Mr. eedeeq. All right, well that will wrap up Pool 5 on this stream. We will have the results shortly. But then
Yeah,
we
so-
will, or do we have the listing ready? We are
So
consulting.
most likely who's going to get out is Tung. So he had two wins, 1 tie. I'm not sure who's the second person to go out because they need to update the bracket because someone might sneak in from one of the other unfinished sets, but it's either going to be Antonio or Fastboy. It's most likely going to be ItalianFalchion or Antonio, both of them with 1 win, 2 ties. And if, according to what StarGG says, so both of them are a 10, 102, 10, 10 Swiss points. I don't remember if they. I don't think they played a head-to-head from what I remember. And then ItalianFalchion takes it on the quality of wins metric.
Yep.
So she's very likely to be heading out. The other person, along with Tung, to be heading out of pool 4, pool 5.
To pool 6. We'll see. We are about wrapped up here, so we will hop over to our BRB screen, and then we will be back with pool 6 in just a few minutes.